Hello everyone, this is Riku Keyblade Master, and I want to welcome you guys to my Sly Cooper and the Thievious Raccoonus review. Now before we get started, I'm going to give you guys a brief history on the game. Sly Cooper and the Thievious Raccoonus is an action platformer that came out in 2002 for the PS2, and once again in Sinzaru's Sly Collection that came out in 2010 for the PS3. Now, oh please God, I hope they get ported over to the PS4. I hope so. But anyway, Sly is a character that lost his parents at a young age and is trying to get revenge. So without further ado, let's just jump into this review. We go into the first level, which is Police HQ, after you steal the file back that Inspector Carmelita Montoya Fox had for a little while. Then you get into a chase battle with her, where she shoots at you and you have to try and get away from her. And let me tell you something. No diss on the fact that Carmelita changes her voice. I know that's a staple in the series, but with this voice, she sounds about as interested as an IRS worker explaining how taxes work. Literally, she sounds about as interesting as an IRS worker explaining how taxes work. Ugh. But anyway, after you beat her, like literally, don't worry about her getting you, because you can just dodge her. She has pretty shit aim. But then you go to the first level after hearing about Sly's background and Bentley and Murray and how those two became friends. Honestly, next to Sly, Bentley is my favorite character, and for those of you that know me, you know why. Him and I both have a high IQ. And let's just say we both are visually and or nearsighted. So yeah. Anyway, then we go to Raleigh's level, which was a hot-tempered frog who grew bored of his life of luxury and privilege. On a whim, he tried his hand on a bit of piracy and found it to his liking. Then Raleigh quickly became addicted to crime, and the Thievious Five recruited him as their chief machinist. His scheme was creating a swarm machine that allowed him to steal the loot from sunken ships, which is a bit of a pain, because this is why some of the levels were dark, like a stealthy approach. I liked the atmosphere and everything, but some of the levels were a bit of a pain because of it being dark. But anyway, the levels are pretty straightforward, except for one level, which is a treasure in the depths. And that allows you to control a submarine, and that's really annoying, because you have to get all 40 chests. You can't let a crab take one into a tube. If you do, however, you better get used to hearing the phrase, better luck next time, until you hear the phrase, congratulations, you did it. Now, then you beat Raleigh and reclaim the page of the Thievious Raccoonus that he had stolen, which teaches you Ryoichi Cooper's Ninja Spire Trick, which is a technique he developed while sneaking into the thickly fortified castles of feudal Japan. Then, we go into the second chapter, which is Mugshot, which is a bulldog who seems to choose to live in a giant fire hydrant. Get it? Dog? Hydrant? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, he runs a casino business, and his plan was he drove everyone out of town while setting up shop, which might have taken a hit out of his business. Which, you know, well, it would have sucked to be you, Mugshot. But anyway, some of the levels are pretty standard, straight. My favorite, honestly, is another one of Carmelita's chase levels, which is 2 to Tango. I like that one. Because of the soundtrack that plays there. That's really unique. I like it. And, again, she still has pretty shit aim. But there are some times where I did end up getting shot by her because of there being tight squeezes. And, you know, some of the stuff became a pain in the butt. But it was still a fun level regardless. Now, the levels I don't like are Desperate Race and Murray's Big Gamble. Why? I don't like racing levels, and I am not a big fan of protecting someone with a flipping turret. Yeah. Then we end up defeating Mugshot a little while after completing those levels. Then we go to Miss Ruby, who is an infamous voodoo priestess. Chief mystic for the fiendish spy, her powers allowed them to break both the laws of man and nature at the same time. Yet, despite the whirlwind success of her youth, she managed to slip into obscurity. The latest reports had cited her in the Haitian jungle, which is where you're headed. And I really don't like that level for various reasons. As a little 8-year-old who didn't have developed vision as well as her brothers, who were younger than her, that level was a pain in my ass. As well as a few of, even the straightforward levels were a bitch. Come on. Anyway, the ones that were a pain in the ass for me were Piranha Lake, Down Home Cooking, because sometimes you would misclick the chicken, other times you would just get hit by the bomb-tone roosters. Now the reason I hate Piranha Lake is because Piranha Lake has these piranhas that are really, really, really fast. And one fish feels one shot, you can only hold the 5 fish at once. And you only have 2 minutes to get all 25 tiki torches lit with the flamethrower on your swamp skip. Now, Down Home Cooking is a pain in the ass because not only the bomb-tone roosters, but you have to last 50 chickens within 2 minutes, or to be more specific, 1 minute and 30 seconds. So less than 2 minutes. So then after all of that mess, you defeat Ms. Ruby, but a Ghastly Voyage is half and half for me. It's a pain in the ass, but it's fun at the same time. I mean, who the fuck can see a ghost cat from behind you? Are you kidding me? That's why it's a pain in the ass. But I mean, it's still fun regardless. You can easily dodge the little voodoo doll things that throw their heads at you. No problem. Unless you're stuck in a crevice, i.e. tight spot. But after defeating Ms. Ruby, which is a Dance Dance Revolution minigame based, whatever, DDR thing, it's a rhythm game. Now, in the PS2 version, it was fine. Alright? But the reason why that boss is such a pain in the neck now is because in the Slug Collection, they really didn't time it well with the beat. They really didn't. And it's a pain in the ass. I am not going to lie to you guys. But anyway, after defeating Ms. Ruby, you get another page of the Thievious Raccoonus added to the ones you already have. And, everything else. So, yeah. And did I mention that the moves in the Thievious Raccoonus mention from turning invisible, moving while staying invisible, and a coin magnet technique, plus being able to slow down and speed up time. Are you kidding me? Wow. That's crazy. Now, heading on to the 4th chapter, which is Panda King. A Desperate Race is a level I can't stand. Because, like I said, I hate racing levels. Some of the stuff is okay. Rapid Fire Assault actually is one of my favorites. Until there's a glitch where a guy jumps on your bike and you can't exactly hit him. Yeah, that literally was a pain in the ass. Then, after you defeat the Panda King, which was by far the easiest boss fight, mind you. Now, the first time I beat Panda King, I was in 8th grade, and my brothers were behind me. 2 of my brothers, excuse me. My brother Lorenzo, who I tell you guys about all the time, that's in the Marines, and my brother Marcelo, who is now going for a career in welding. They were behind me, and they were like, "Oh my God, you beat him! That's crazy." But after beating him, you go to the Krakara volcano in Russia, which is where the metal used in that high-tech blasting vehicle came from. Then you end up going through a series of complex levels to track down Clockwork and defeat him. Now, in the last episode, you had a vault that you couldn't open. You couldn't open at all, even with getting all the coup bottles. And that, and the vault combinations and everything gets mixed up each time you play the game. So, yeah. But the levels in A Cold Heart of Hate get boiled down to, the first is a navigation section, well, a turret section, where you can shoot down all these different obstacles, such as robo-falcons, rocks out of your way, and these little gear things that, if you don't shoot them out of your way, you're fucked. But then you have, at some point, the ability to rescue Carmelita. Then you get stuck in a freaking trap where Bentley has to hack the trap and get Sly and Carmelita free. So yeah, you got a hacking minigame with Bentley. About time you get to play with him. Then after that, you get the temporary truce level, and well, Burning Rubber comes after the first turret section. So yeah, that's an aggravating pain in the ass right there. And trying to get 50 computers before the fire slugs do is a pain in the ass. Now, after that, fast forward to the levels that I just mentioned. Then you go to a shooting level with Carmelita, where you have to get Sly's cane back. Then you go and beat a Sinking Peril to retrieve Carmelita's jetpack. Which Sinking Peril is one of my favorite levels, if not my actual absolute favorite in the 5th chapter, because the level gives you enough time to climb up the death ray, which is good. But in any case, we end up retrieving the jetpack. Then we defeat Clockwork, which is a pain in the ass. 3 stages. Oh my gosh. First stage is fine. You can beat the first stage no problem by dodging the missiles. But the second stage is a pain in the ass, because you have to dodge floating rings. You have to float through the center of them and not get hit. Now the third is a platforming section where you have to get to his head. But if you die, you have to literally start all over again. Now, after you get up to its head, you smash his head, and then you've completely beaten the game, minus the page that was missing by the vault that couldn't be opened. Plus there are thief sprints, master thief sprints, and other stuff you can do to unlock the designer's commentary and everything else. But overall, Sly Cooper and the Thievious Raccoonus gets a 6 out of 10 in my opinion. And why that low? Because, yeah, the Sly Collection 2 got messed up with Ms. Ruby's boss fight. But, in any case, with being, with not having as good as vision as everyone else, 6 out of 10. Definite 6 out of 10. But anyway, guys, that's been my review for Sly Cooper and the Thievious Raccoonus. Next time, I will see you in Sly 2. Remember to comment, rate, subscribe to become a Keyblade wielder, as well as a member of the Cooper Gang, and a member of the Bandicoot Nation, and stay awesome as usual.